This is the news you can use slash I'm a brand podcast. Boy D class, we got a lot coming for 2025. Just wanted to jump on here on New Year's Eve and pop my shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get cracking. This year has been an awakening year for me, man. A beautiful year. 2024 was a lot learning. We hit our year mark on the podcast. We almost had 1 million views. Shout out to everybody who's a part of the podcast. Shout out to everybody who's still doing the podcast. Shout out to people who learned from the podcast. Shout out to people who watched the podcast, supported the podcast. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to everybody liked and commented. I appreciate that. This year really didn't press the button like we should have, but we're gonna start off 2025 bang. I feel like 2023 we had a great run. We didn't start from the beginning of the year. We started about October, something like that. But within those 4 months, man, we accumulated a lot of traffic. We accumulated a whole team of people on the podcast. Shout out to everybody who was a part of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of learning experiences. I definitely have. I moved from where I was at to Las Vegas just to really pursue this and jump in it in depth. With doing that, we did the summer takeover. Shout out to my boy Perk. We had a great time takeover. We did the Las Vegas Alley show. Shout out to Uncle Bobby and everybody that was a part of the Las Vegas Alley show. That was amazing. This year was phenomenal. Like, a lot of shit happened. A lot of great shit. And my thing is always, if you got 90% good things going on in your life, focus on it. Don't focus on the 10% bad. You might have one bad day that might make you feel like, damn, this shit fucked up. No, man. It's one day. Don't let one day predict what a whole year of greatness has been. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. I would never let one day, let me knock on wood, but let one day predict how my whole year went is crazy. This year was great. This year was great. Like, Las Vegas Alley did numbers. I liked it. I was able to direct my first show. Cameraman, I did everything. Editing, everything myself. So with this next season, I want to make sure we do full-on production, where we have a cameraman set, where we got sound, where we got editing, where we got it right. I think we'll be ready for like Tubi, like Netflix soon. You get what I'm saying? Amazon Plus, all that. We'll be ready for that. We'll have a show ready for that coming out of this. We definitely gonna be shooting movies too. Hood classics. I'm trying to like take off from where Ice Cube did, from where like John Singleton, you know, like really like take off from there. From where the Wayans brothers was going with it before all the white chicks movies, like the real hood classics that people gonna love. I'm really in like a zone of comedy, and I'm like, let's go with the comedy. With the album, me and Lindrum, we definitely finna start cooking another album. The Guy Light album will be put out as an EP. We probably put that out like a 4-song EP. We ain't gonna leave no music left behind. I took all my music off DSPs just so I could drop it on Even Biz. So I'm gonna shoot videos. This is a lot to do, and I enjoy it so much that it's gonna be fun. You know, I enjoy making content. I enjoy creating. I enjoy a lot of different things, and you know, this is part of it. Podcasting just came along with the territory. You get what I'm saying? This is like the transition for me, and then you learn to love it. So podcasting is amazing. The news you can use is amazing. I see I'm getting my toes stepped on a little bit, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? I know how to handle that. And we got I'm a Brand podcast. You know, that's part of the umbrella. Shout out my boy D Class. So everything is good, man. We're going into 2025 with a bang. We're gonna do this up, man. Las Vegas, I'm really betting on. That's gonna be like a real big show. I got some new ideas. We're gonna add some new characters. We're gonna take this to the next level. And if it ain't about business or content or something like that, I don't want to be involved. If it ain't about going to the studio and making music, I don't want to be involved. If it's just on some bullshit just to do nothing, I don't want to be involved. 2025 is a productive year for me. I just want to stay productive. Idle mind is for the devil's playground. So I don't want to be an idle mind. I want to stay moving, keep pushing, putting artists on. If you're an up and coming artist, tap in with your boy Big Surf Guy, man. Let's go crazy. Let's do an interview. Let's get some promotion going. Let's really get positive in 2025. Let's really go crazy. Let's really do it up because opportunity is, on the table. And we ain't going to wait. I've been doing this over a year now, so I feel like I got some time under my belt. We're gonna step up the production. We're gonna step up how the podcast look. Like what you see right now is not what you're gonna get. It's gonna be like full on setup, camera angles. Everything is gonna be different. We're gonna be listening to people music. We're gonna do everything on this podcast. 7 days a week, 7 different subjects. The News You Can Use podcast. Tap in with your boy Big Surf God. I got you. Hit me in a DM at big_surf God if you're on Instagram. But we're gonna go crazy all year. All year we're gonna focus on content. We're gonna focus on putting out these t-shirts. We got a lot of merch we're dropping. Shout out to my boy D-Class. He got a lot going on over there. I'm going to tap in with some other brands. I'm going to tap in with some other podcasters. I'm going to tap in with some actors. I'm going to tap in with some rappers. I'm going to tap in with a little bit of everybody, some cooks. Start doing these food reviews again. So I'm going to be a little bit everywhere with it, and we're going to take over. It's a takeover. 2025 is the takeover. We're going to keep God first, and then we're going to run from there. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong when you got God in the building, y'all. Musically, I feel like I'm ready to get back at it. Definitely want to put out some projects. So 2025 will be the year for me to put out my project. Shout out to my boy Prince Charles. I had already had maybe 1,000 songs. I was geared up, ready to put out music. And then I started podcasting because things started getting sway when it came to shooting videos. When it comes to this music, you want to have content. Once you hit the button, you don't want to quit. You want to keep going. So you don't want to slow your pace down. You don't want to stop. You don't want to jump on and not keep going. Even with the podcast thing, like my numbers was a lot more crazier before. Now I got to build that momentum back up. Now I got to build that algorithm. Plus we got somebody biting off the name. So it's a lot of, it's a lot going on. But it ain't nothing that a player can't get through, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep God first, you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. But with the podcast game, man, this is beautiful. I love it. This is something I can see myself doing. I'm going to continue to do. I enjoy. It's going to get me outside, where I'm outside at artists' venues, and I'm at these shows, and I'm at these different places. So I will be popping out. I will be showing up. It will be live. We get a wave. The wave has already been set, so we're just going to keep it going. We just got to keep it. Besides that, I'm wrap it up. But y'all tap in. All new artists, tap in with the News You Can Use podcast. If you want to see what the interviews used to look like, y'all go tap in with some of the older interviews. We got some good interviews there. Y'all got to check out. We got a lot of different hosts that we had here, so you got to check them out too. It's your boy Big Surf God. I'm out.